So Warhammer 40k Darktide just came out. It's on Game Pass. If you want to try it out and you're subscribed to Game Pass, it's free to download, pretty low risk. And it's pretty fun. And me and my boys, we've been playing it. Been playing it with my boys. But it's just... I'm just missing something. I'm just missing just a little something. Just a little bitty spark of something. I'm still feeling empty inside. Just a little thing. It's no big deal at all. It's just the smallest little thing that is still missing. And I don't know what it is. And I'm not trying to rag on Darktide. It's really well made. It's fun. It does have a healthy dose of performance issues at the moment. It runs like dog shit. But it is still fun. When I was younger, co-op was limited to passing the Game Boy back and forth or sharing the keyboard on Mom's busted-ass computer to play a one-sided match of Worms 95 against my older brothers. And while getting my ass blasted on Worms was frustrating, it was still really fun. And it worked really well for a game for us to play together. And we'd continue to play Worms growing up until Worms 3D on the PS2. Now, the PlayStation 2 is where we really started to prosper. I mean, we had Battlefront, we had Metal Arms, Glitch in the System, we had Conflict Desert Storm, and with those we really got a taste of some of our first co-op experiences. Now, Conflict Desert Storm, just some random ass military co-op shooter game, but it actually relied on some teamwork, and I'm sure by today's standards it's probably some janky ass piece of garbage, but at the time it was like... And we played the hell out of it, and I think that's what really started and kicked off our love for co-op in the first place. Now, was it one of our favorite games? At the time, yeah, but looking back, I mean, I don't particularly remember it that well. Now the Battlefront's one that really stuck with us, mostly because we're huge Star Wars fans, and then it was like being able to play a game like Battlefield offline with your brother on the same screen with a bunch of bots, you know, and it was this full-scale battle, and it was like nothing we'd ever seen before, and we'd played plenty of Star Wars games before, but like this was the one that was like, this is like a big war, like this is the galactic war. And definitely got Battlefront 2 when it came out in 2005, or maybe 2004, maybe 2003. No, probably 2004. No, definitely 2005. Revenge of the Sith. So that's when we really started going. So Worms was the precursor to us playing co-op games. And it was really fun. So Xbox 360 rolls around. Left 4 Dead comes out 2007 or 8. 2008. 2008. Almost 2009. And all the kids at school have been talking about this game, been talking about going over to each other's house playing this game, been talking about how fun it is to play with your brothers on this game, been talking about how fun it is to play with all your siblings on this game, been talking about this game over and over and over, and I was like, I gotta get this game. I gotta get this game. So I went and got the game. I can remember it was about December of 2008, so just about a month after its release. We had family in the hospital, and we were up in town visiting just about every day after school. We had to go and check on them, and we were bringing them things, and it was just kind of a pretty down holiday season in general, really, just because sickness, people in the hospital, things like that. And I had a little money saved up from birthday and all that stuff, and we went up to do a little clothes shopping for some winter clothes, and I went by the electronics section and I got Left 4 Dead. I can remember that night so well. Had a lemon pepper rotisserie chicken in the back seat of the car, had a new jacket to wear, everything was looking good, everything was feeling right. Got home, had those instant mashed potatoes, had the mac and cheese, had the lemon pepper rotisserie chicken, had a couple of slices of regular white bread with nothing on them, and they're not toasted either because I don't really like toast that much. Ate all that, go to my room, plow through the No Mercy campaign with my brother. It was awesome. And that was when we really started like finding games that were like, we're gonna play these games together. And I think the next game after that was Borderlands for us. That was like the next game that we were like, this is it. We're on it every single day. When we weren't at school, when we weren't at work, we're playing Borderlands. Same thing with Borderlands 2. Borderlands 2 came out, constantly on Borderlands. Minecraft come out on Xbox 360. It was already out on PC, but they just ported it to Xbox 360. Had to get it, played it constantly, waited up every night for my brother to get off work. 10 p.m., 11 p.m., get home, play till 2 a.m. every single night, maybe even longer. Sometimes play till like 4 or 5 a.m. And we had so much fun. And it was, I think part of the fun was being in the room together and being able to share the experience together in person. And I'm not trying to be this person that's saying, oh, hang out with your friends, go outside, go online. The world ain't the same as it used to be. That's not at all what I'm trying to say. But I think what we need more of, for co-op games is we need more opportunities to feel like you had an impact on the other people you're playing with's experience. For example, if you haven't played Grounded, I recommend it. Is pretty fun if you like survival games. It's give or take, it's a survival game. It does a really interesting thing I don't think I've seen a survival game do yet, which is if you go to build, you put down like a blueprint of it, and now that blueprint's there for everybody to go add their resources into, and they can do it at their leisure. Like I said, maybe another game's done it. This is the only one I've seen do it so far, but it's a really nice and simple change versus the old like, hey, I'm gonna craft this thing for us, can you guys get me this and that and the other, and then all right, now drop it on the ground, I'll pick it up. Or if there's like a backpack trading system and like, all right, I'm gonna initiate trade with you and then you trade with me. I like that it's like you can basically be like, I put this thing down, everybody can look at it, see what the ingredients are, and be like, okay, I've got I don't remember what they call all the stuff exactly, but say you got sticks and grass leaves and shit like that, and you're like, yeah, I got the grass, I've got the bug shells, I've got the sticks, and everybody can go get the stuff and bring it back and put it on the thing. They can put it on the thing you're trying to build for you, and you don't have to have it all at once, so you can go get it and come and put it back in your leisure, and that's really nice. And I feel like it's things like that that can make a co-op game feel more like a co-op game that you're playing on the couch together, like you actually feel like, who the fuck is that? You're sharing an experience with somebody. And I think that's what I'm missing out of co-op games right now. And Dark Tide, it's got its fun moments. It's got its things. You still got special enemy types. And if you didn't know, if you haven't heard about Dark Tide, it's basically Left 4 Dead. If you haven't heard about Left 4 Dead, I'm sorry for you. It's essentially a 4-player co-op horde shooter, special infected, semi-objective based kind of thing where you're going through like a campaign of like a map, and you get to the end of the map and you win. So now I'm gonna cut that. Bah. Dark Tide doesn't have the So the thing with Dark Tide is, like I said, beyond all the performance issues, beyond missing features, which I'm sure will be patched in later, I mean, it says coming soon on them, the game is fun. But it doesn't have that same experience of your team needs you to do something. You need to do something with your team. You're basically just an individual character with 3 other individual characters running around. That's the whole game. You're pretty much just working together to get through, but it's like there's different classes with different specialties, but so far it doesn't seem like it really makes a difference which one you play. It's not like anybody has any healing buff or anything, at least as far as I've found. I mean, could be sticking my foot in my own mouth here. There might be some healing things later, but as far as I've played, I've been able to join into random matches, and it'll be a whole team of one class, or like me as one class and then the rest of the team this other class or whatever, and it doesn't seem like it really changes anything, because just about everybody has a gun and just about everybody has a melee weapon, and they mechanically work the same either way. The only difference is the magic user type person. So the game is fun. You're just kind of all going through the same shooting gallery. You're just all shooting at the same endless horde, and it doesn't really matter if this person's doing this or if this person's doing that. Now there's some other situations like in Warhammer Vermintide where you would have a few objectives to complete at the same time, and you could kind of decide how to split up, or be like, if you even want to split up, because maybe it's just that damn hard where it's like you guys want to stay in a group and steamroll that, or if you feel like you got it, you can be like, oh, I can go, destroy this pustule of fluid that's blinking at me, and you go destroy that one, and then they'll stay down here and fight off these hordes. I want more things like that. I want more involvement in the co-op. I'm tired of like basically a single player game and 3 other people are walking with you. So that pretty much finishes up the video. That's about all I have to say about it. Now, I hope I reached out and touched somebody's heart, touched somebody's soul that really needed it. I hope somebody, like, that's what I want. Hope you enjoyed this one. Have a good rest of your day.